away, take it away. Feeling too good to me. Chilling all day, all in your space is where I wanna be. Here in this room, what did you do? I just can't get enough. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain.
Self-care is often seen as purchasing expensive items or taking a really lavish vacation, and I'm here to tell you that it doesn't have to be that way. To me, self-care and well-being means working with what I have to make sure that my own cup is full, so that way I can pour my goodness out to everyone else that's around me. I had to learn the hard way that self-care is not selfish, it's a non-negotiable. And it's a love letter to myself that says I can rely on me first and look internally, not externally. I recently switched from tea bags to making loose leaf tea with this French press machine. And I am completely in love. Like, I'm not sure if it's the process or how much more flavorful loose leaf tea is than tea bags, but I am sold. Loose leaf tea is such an enhanced experience that isn't processed either, and I really love it because I don't have to worry about any harsh chemicals that may have been used in the production of the tea bags that's in the store-bought tea. Being intentional and making time for me was something that I didn't learn to do until COVID happened. As the world slowed down, so did I, and I started to learn a lot more about myself, which helped me stay afloat in the good and not so good times. I've learned that having small things that make me feel refueled and cared for is so essential. Between motherhood, having my own business, and now pursuing content creation on YouTube full-time, my plate is very full, and it's so easy for me to just keep going nonstop. In this video, I'm going to share some realistic and practical ways that I nurture my mind, body, and soul that you can try as well. My weeks are really hectic, and so planning my days out not only keeps me from forgetting key tasks, but it also helps me start the week feeling a little bit more level-headed. I used to keep a physical planner and I would write everything down, but then I switched over to Notion and I am absolutely in love. This is not an advertisement, by the way, but if you're into digital planning tools, give Notion a try. You can literally use it for every single thing. I plan my content on Notion every day of my week. I use it for project and client management for my business, recipes, and literally just everything. Like, it's helped me get my life under control, okay? So I want to read a little passage that really stuck with me. It's Deuteronomy chapter 8 verses 5, and he says, "Know then in your heart that as a man disciplines his son, so the Lord your God disciplines you. Observe the commands of the Lord your God, walking in obedience to him and revering him. For the Lord your God is bringing you into a good land, a land with brooks, streams, and deep springs, gushing out into the valleys and hills, a land with wheat and barley, vines and fig trees, pomegranates." I love me some pomegranates. "Olive oil and honey, a land where bread will not be scarce and you will lack nothing, a land where the rocks are iron and you can dig copper out of the hills. When you have eaten and are satisfied, praise the Lord your God for the good land he has given you. Be careful that you do not forget the Lord your God, failing to observe his commands, his laws, and his decrees that I am giving you this day. Otherwise, when you eat and are satisfied, when you build fine houses and settle down, and when your herds and flocks grow large, and your silver and gold increase, and all you have is multiplied, then your heart will become proud, and you will forget the Lord your God, who brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. He led you through the vast and dreadful wilderness, that thirsty and waterless land, with its venomous snakes and scorpions. He brought you water out of hard rock. He gave you manna to eat in the wilderness, something your ancestors had never known, to humble and test you so that in the end it might go well with you. You may say to yourself, my strength and my power and the strength of my hands have produced this wealth for me. But remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the ability to produce wealth, and so confirms His covenant which He swore to your ancestors as it is today. If you ever forget the Lord your God and follow other gods and worship and bow down to them, I testify against you today that you will surely be destroyed. Let me just say, this passage specifically, I highlighted like every single word. It stuck with me so much because it's like it's just a reminder to let you know how important it is that when you receive these blessings as you obey the Lord and walk with Him, do not forget Him. Do not forget Him after He's blessed you. Do not forget Him after He's giving you the things that you've been praying for. Don't get distracted by other idols and other gods and other things out there after He has said, here you go, my child. And I think it's so easy, especially in this generation, even with me, I'm guilty of this myself, to be so distracted so easily. And that's another reason why I switch my timing of Bible study from the last thing I do at night to early morning or early afternoon, because I realized that by the end of the day, I have done so many different things. I'm normally pretty drained by the end of the day, and I'm giving God like my leftovers. Like, I'm not really focused, I'm tired, I'm dozing off, I'm distracted. And I was like, I can't do that, because at the end of the day, this is a relationship with my Father in heaven. And any relationship, whether it's spiritual or in the physical sense, right? I believe that you should give what you want to receive. And if God was falling asleep on me and like not hearing me, or like giving me just little bits and pieces of His attention when I needed Him, I would definitely feel some type of way. And it's just like, that's not right. So anyways, I really love this passage because it just reminds you, like, when you have eaten and you have been satisfied and you are blessed, you've been blessed, remember that it is the Lord your God that gave you these things. Remember that it is the Lord your God that provided you with these things. Don't forget it. And I just freaking love it, because it is so easy to forget how good God is. It really is. It's easy to remember that we've been blessed, but it's easier to forget who blessed us. And so that's just something I'm working on personally, is just... As always, thank you so much for being here with me. I am sending you all of my love. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.